So the last technique that I kind of want to go through here is this idea of if you're stuck in side control and you're not actually able to bridge your arms back in, there's other ways that you can use that bridging motion to make space, but it's keeping things in tight, right? It looks a little bit like this. So
Your arms are totally out of position.
my arms are out of position, and again, I'm sort of in a terrible, this isn't an ideal place to be, right? So we're having a little bit of difficulty coming in, right, and framing here all the way. Maybe our arms get trapped here, right, and it's a little bit snug, and I don't have the ability to bridge and move around all that well. So another alternative that you have here is, again, you want to still use this idea of bridging, but we're going to roll more side to side, okay? So what I want to think about is, as opposed to bridging here to circle the arms back in, I'm bridging here, and I want to think about rolling this way and rolling that way, right? Now, Stefan's giving me a little bit of sway there. The movements or the space that he's going to give you is going to be a little bit more incremental, right? So the idea is we want to turn one way, turn the other way. Turn one way, turn the other way. So as I start bridging and I'm able to rock him back and forth, I'm going to try and sneak my hand from the outside to the inside. It's not that much space, right? So we're just bridging this way, bridging that way, bridging this way, and I just step my hand back in. From here, I can start to make a little bit of pressure on this shoulder and then go and circle that other arm back in. So I'm really tight. And then I want to make a little bit of a frame here, and I'm going to go ahead and think about bridging, escaping my hips, and driving my knee back in. All right, so we're here. I can't quite get everything back inside. So I want to go ahead and bridge one direction, bridge the opposite direction. The idea of doing this multiple times is something that you're really going to have to get used to, right? So I'm here, here, here. Bridge. Now I have my hand inside. When I come back down, I make a little bit of a frame. Frame, frame. Then I'm going to bridge my hips away and shoot back. And I can either get back to the regular guard or I can go in for a half guard.
So what I'd like you to do is to talk a little bit about where your arms are making contact with me, because you're actually clubbing me in the head. You're a big brute. And I'm not sure that our audience appreciates the pain that I'm going through for their learning.
All right. So like I said, we're having problems getting our elbow in and our arm in front. So I want to actually sort of make a chopping motion, if you will, with my hands. And in effect, my bicep will club him in the back of the head. So I want to stay a little tight here. And when I move, I'm going to bridge. And I'm forcing him over using my bicep and my shoulder. And then when I go back the opposite way, it's the same thing, but to the like I'm coming up into his armpit. So I come back down and bridge this way. So I'm hooking him in two very strange places. But the reality is, it's head and arm control, right? So anytime you hold somebody from on top, you're looking for head and arm control. So from the bottom, I'm essentially doing the same thing, except I'm using all this space up here to help me get to where I want to go, right? So remember, you want to stay a little tight here. You don't want to have your arm out here and missing his head. You want to sort of be on the back of the neck and the armpit.
So it's kind of a Team America World Police panic signal.
Or what is it, the bushwhacker, right? So you want to have this like motion of being able to move your arms opposite direction, right? And keeping tight.
While bridging.
Yeah, while bridging. So
the bushwhacker.
the bushwhacker on the floor. Try it at home a few times. Somebody's gonna laugh at you, whatever.